What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. Welcome to the weekend review, and what a week it has been. The hard mode of Crota's End dropped this Tuesday, and wow, it was difficult. It required all new strategies for killing Crota, and I'll be honest with you, I've heard more frustration in the community because of this raid than I think I've ever heard before. Just so many bullet sponges, so many glitches are causing wipes, especially on the Crota's End boss fight. The actual Crota checkpoint has been absolutely crushing people. I gotta be honest with you though, I'm kind of enjoying it in a sick sort of way. I'm having a lot of fun just kind of figuring out all the new strategies, especially for that Crota checkpoint. Actually, the Crota fight itself, I'm having a lot of fun with. Now, if you'll remember, the normal mode was pretty difficult as well. We were all, newly 31s. We were trying to figure this out. Everything that we were fighting was level 32, so it was very difficult. As we became level 32, the fight got a lot easier, especially if your sword carrier was a level 32. Now with the hard mode, this is gonna stay hard, I think, until House of Wolves drops and we're able to level up past 32. But I really like it. I'm having a lot of fun. Now, I do realize that a lot of glitches are inside that Crota checkpoint. I'm as frustrated with it as you guys are. I'd really like to see Bungie, instead of focusing so much on the cheese, like what players are doing to get around the fights, focus on fixing it so we're not kind of required to use cheesy tactics. I really like the new bridge fight. I think, just putting the harder enemies there has been a lot of fun. I do like the pit, the abyss at the beginning. Having the harder enemies there just makes it that much more difficult. I find that a team really needs to stick together much more than it used to. Before, in the normal mode, you could really get somebody to kind of solo it for you. And while that's still possible if you have a hunter that's good with kind of managing invisibility, it's a lot harder. It's definitely a lot harder. And I like the part of the raid, the aspect of the raid where you have to work together as a team. That's really where it comes down to for me. That's what the fun part of the raid is. And because of the difficulty of Crota's End, I'm actually having a great time. I'm having a really fun time. I've played it with a couple of raid groups, a couple of regular raid groups, the guys that I normally raid with on Tuesday night, of course, and the Beastly Thoughts guys. We did a bunch of raiding this weekend. And I've done some public lobbies. Basically, picked up some fire teams on Reddit, jumped in, had a great time. And both of the times I have beat Crota have been with raid teams that I've picked up on Reddit fire teams. So I was actually surprised about this. I remember commenting the first night I was trying the raid that, hey, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with kind of like a public raid team, like a bunch of guys that have never met each other. I don't know if it's possible. But in actuality, it is possible. It just takes a little bit of patience. It takes a little bit of time. It takes a lot of rockets. When I form a fire team right now, when I'm forming a fire team on Reddit, the only requirement I have is everybody's got to have maxed out rockets. That is the thing. You don't necessarily have to have Yellowhorn, but you got to have maxed out rockets because taking down Crota quickly just seems so key. In the normal mode, you could take them down with primaries the first time and then use heavies the second time, or really any kind of combination of that you wish. But this time, you just got to be on the spot. You want to get those swords in there. You want to make sure you're not missing any opportunities to damage Crota. So it's just really, really important to bring in rocket launchers. And I find that having everybody have rocket launchers, maxed out rocket launchers, pretty much does the trick. If you got a couple of guys, 3 guys that have Yellowhorns, you're almost guaranteed to get them down on a knee very quickly. But if everybody doesn't have Yellowhorns, it's not that big a deal. You just everybody fires their rockets, everybody starts shooting their primaries, and you should get them down really, really quick. And that's been working really well for me. I gotta say, I've been really getting unlucky with the drops. So I've got the Glowhoo shader, which I think is actually pretty awesome, especially on the Hunter. On the Titan, you can see here, it doesn't look that awesome, but on the Hunter, I think it looks really great, especially with the capes that light up with that kind of bluish fluorescent color. I think it looks awesome. But as far as weapons go, I have not got the drops I've wanted. I got this pulse rifle here, you can see on my back. I'll actually show you guys this. It's the Oversoul Edict, and I haven't got it fully leveled up yet. I still need a little glimmer to get this one. And I don't have the Hive Disruptor yet, so I'm not even going to attempt a review here. I'm not even going to tell you what I think about it. Other than the fact that, so far, for a pulse rifle, it's been pretty decent. I'm using Field Scout, so it's got a 42-round magazine. It still seems to fire so quickly that it runs out of ammo all the time. But I'm suspecting, once I get Hive Disruptor on here and max out its damage, it may be a fairly useful weapon. We'll have to see, though. I'm reserving judgment on that, definitely. It is an automatic fire, so it's very easy to use. You just got to kind of keep that recoil in check, which isn't too difficult with this guy. Other than that, I have not gotten any other raid primaries. Now, I have beaten the raid all the way through on 2 characters, both my Titan and my Hunter. My Hunter got a, what was it? It was a exotic shotgun. I can't remember what it was. I was really disappointed to see that. When I ran through with my Titan, I got shards all the way through and a second helmet when I beat Crota. I was really disappointed. So, you know, I know that Bungie has kind of a new loot table for this raid. My guess is that the next time I run the raid, you know, they'll kind of make up for that, but it is disappointing. You're definitely excited to get those new raid weapons, especially the Word of Crota. I'm really looking forward to getting that new hand cannon. I really like the new scout rifle. And even the auto rifle, I've heard, is awesome. It really takes down wizards like nobody's business. So, pulse rifle, probably the least desirable thing in the loot table. That's what I got on my first run through. And basically, I've got nothing since. My Warlock, unfortunately, is still a level 31. So I'm not even going to try and bring him into the raid until I get him up to 32. Not that we haven't completed the raid with 31s in our group, but it's just so much easier with 32s. Ruin Wings. I got to talk about these Ruin Wings, man. These things are so key for the new raid, especially at that Crota checkpoint. You're just using heavy ammo constantly. I've never been in a raid group that got through that checkpoint, you know, on the first try. So you're wiping, you're losing your heavy ammo because of that stupid glitch with the raid boots. So Ruin Wings it makes your life so much easier because you're just constantly finding new heavy weapon ammo. You're going through those heavy synth packs much slower. And also, you have seen already that my Titan is level 32. It finally hit level 32. I upgraded all of the gear that I got in the last couple of weeks from the raid. I really like that raid helmet. A lot of people don't like it. They think it looks kind of stupid. I think it looks pretty boss, especially with that Glowhoo shader on it. But it really looks good with just about any of the shaders. I think it looks just kind of monstrous, you know? Like, he just looks like a mean mother. that one looks especially cool. This is the blacksmith shader that you got from pre-ordering Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which is about as much of Advanced Warfare as I've played is just using this armor shader. So that's about it for the week. It's been a wonderful week. I'm having a lot of fun with the hard mode raid. I definitely see people's frustration, right? With the hard mode of the Vault of Glass, what we got were like new mechanics. We definitely got harder enemies, but we also got new mechanics. It doesn't feel like we got new mechanics. We just got harder enemies and, you know, some more enemies, like the Gatekeeper in Crota Checkpoint, or the Witch, or the Wizard, and those boomers that are they're absolutely sniper rifles with those boomer shots. They're just really difficult to deal with. But, you know, we've got the strategies going. I feel like this raid is going to get easier and easier as everybody kind of gets the strategy going. It is really important to have a sword bearer who knows what he's doing, because he's just got to be Johnny on the spot with the sword. No dilly-dallying, no waiting around. He's just got to get on that sword and get going. I'm going to switch it back to my Glowhoo here. So that's it, guys. That's my week in Destiny, and it's been a really good week, I gotta say. You know, I understand people's frustrations with the hard mode of Crota's End. Sometimes I even feel it myself, but overall, I'm having a good time. I like the fact that we really have to work as a team to beat Crota now. It's not just, you know, you have 1 or 2 heroes on every raid group who are pretty much taking out the whole raid. You really got to work as a team. There's a lot less cheese in this raid, I feel like, than there has been in the past in the normal mode when it first released. Although there's definitely some cheese in the bridge area. I'm having a blast. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the hard mode raid? Is it too hard? Did they not make enough real changes to it? Is it just bullet spongy? Are you enjoying yourself, or do you just want to get the raid weapons and never do it again? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.